Yeah, I've got these mad councillors here doing a house swap or something, or a home swap, I don't know. I'm going to find out. They're laughing already, they know I'm coming for them. Hello, having a great day?
Yes, thank you. You?
Good, yeah. First of all, how do people get on here with a brick wall? Walk bloody round, who you cheek and walk bloody round? I'll get my leg over.
Yeah, give it a barrier.
So what, how can you swap a home? What, is this just council house swaps, is it?
Yeah, so you've got to be a social housing resident.
Yeah, but you've got to put people in them first, haven't you? I mean, there's so many empty houses I see with no one living in them. I mean, the homeless is ridiculous. If I get a ticket, you can take care of that, can't you, with your Masonic handshake, I bet. Watch him with his 3 fingers, I see you. See, you know us Freemasonry. Are you a Freemason?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. No. Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's what control our councils. I'm anti-Freemason, right? I'll give you all a ticket. Research it. They're Luciferian. You can find their obelisks in our what's it called, in our churches, and you'll see the big obelisks. You know what an obelisk is, do you?
Not by name.
Oh, you know, like the big thing in Washington, that big thing like that, it's called dick worship. You know what I mean? By Freemasons, as a point.
It looks like
a totem.
Yeah, like a totem pole. Yeah, it's got a pyramid on top of it, innit? Yeah, you know, Sugar Puff. Are you an Eastern Star? Well, you never know. Yeah, take one. That's me. Yeah, my name's on there.
Blown away.
Yeah, blown away. I'm blown away by you taking one. You know what I mean?
That's all about being open-minded.
Go on. Mind your business. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking, kind ladies. I'm only joking. But oh God, watch them. They're rough round here. But no, seriously, how can you swap a home if you haven't got a home? Do you know what I mean? All of this is lost like Masonic distractional stuff. Do you know what I mean? We need to oust the Freemasons out of the council. I go around all the time. Look on my YouTube, you'll see. You know, all the symbolism, all the pyramids above the doors in the chambers. Do you think that's there for nothing? No, it's there because you've still got Rome and Egypt controlling the situation. They've been doing decades and centuries, picking people to protect their own interests. Do you know what I mean? Even all them, you see all them bailiffs what were around on the wall, yeah? They go back till the 1200s or whatever. They've all been Freemasons, and they just don't take your chickens no more. They take your car or your, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've got a customer, I reckon. But you know, no. But you know, this is the thing, we need to oust these Freemasons. Like, who's that woman there? You see, that's more than likely a Mason who put that there and decided to put that there. Not a profane person like me. I'm profane because I'm within that temple, do you know what I mean? But I didn't put that there. I didn't decide for that to happen. The council did, and they spent money on that, where that could have built a house for someone, couldn't it? You see what I'm saying? That's what they do. Think about that gas thing they built on the roundabout. That was a catastrophe, weren't it? That's all, you know, where the travellers put their clothes on it, didn't they? Mm-hmm. Thousands of pounds wasted. You see what I mean? What the hell is going on with it? And these people keep doing it every decade and every century. They're not doing it like as monthly. You know, you can put in Mr. Smith, Mr. Jones, but they're all working for that Masonic lodge. At the, you know, did you know the Cliff Hotel is a Masonic lodge? Did you know that?
I didn't know the Cliff was.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because what they do, you can also have your uniforms on, but they hide behind their, you know, their aprons. Do you know what I mean? They wear their aprons, but they wear a police uniform. Do you know what I mean? Or they wear a councillor's uniform, and you work for them, and you don't even know you're working for Freemasonry. It's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, that's my spiel gone. I'm now going. You know what I mean?
You can take a leaflet.
Well, what's that going to do? I've got no home to swap. No, you know what I mean? You kicked me out of my home years ago. When you split up with your missus and that, yeah, you rather than like give a man a house, you get rid of him, and then you just give the missus the house. Do you know what I mean? Because she's got the children. The man becomes unimportant. You know what I mean? Again, another agendal thing for the Freemasons, because they want weak men, right? Because then you got no fighters on your hands, innit? Do you know what I mean? Because without fighters like me, because I'm a fighter, you know. No one's doing nothing, you know what I mean? What are you going to do about it, any of you? You ain't going to fight it because you lose your jobs and your pensions. Do you see what I mean? I've got nothing to lose except my life, and they do that as well. They kill people that go against them, like JFK. Do you know what I mean? Bob Marley, when you get a big following, that scares them, and they go, oh, we can't have this, we better assassinate him, you know what I mean? I'm a bit, you know, I'm easier to assassinate because no one knows about me. Do you see what I mean? That's they deal with it from town to town, city to city. and they deal with the isolation. Like if I got shot, the only people who know that are people in Norfolk. That'd be it. Obviously, the truthers I deal with and know it and put the story. But what I'm saying about you as an individual, if a Chinaman run you over, yeah, and he come from a Masonic lodge in China, they go, "Oh, just a Chinaman. He didn't know how to drive in the UK." But that was a murder. Do you see what I mean? But people have put it down as an accident. That's what they're doing all the time, and they rely on that isolation where people are in towns and cities that don't. You know what goes on in Chicago?
So what's
Do you see
your
what I mean?
opinion on Trump then?
He's a Freemason. They're all Freemason.
Yeah.
This is the thing what people can't get their head around. Freemason. Every MP, right? Every president, all their elected cabinet ministers, everything you can think of, right, from say chief inspector upwards, yeah, social services, everything, are all Masonic. That's all an agenda, and all they do is protect each other. You know what I mean? And they keep getting you filling forms in. You've got to do this. You've got to vote that. No one's voted in. It's all selected. You're put in, and you're groomed to go in. Because if you ain't rowing the way they want you to, you're out. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I'm sure I'll have a little look at your YouTube.
Yeah. That's another
That's all right,
ticket.
I've got one over there.
Hey, I don't like to brag. Have your own.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because
we'll have a
you know
little look at
you
your
might.
YouTube.
Yeah, look at my YouTube channel.
We'll have a
And
little bit of a learning
look
session.
on there, right? Go there. Go to Masonic police symbolism, right? And I'll show you the police symbolism on the police station here. You'll see the same police symbolism on our church, which represents 666. Do you know what I mean? And I do everywhere in Great Yarmouth, and I show it everywhere. And it don't matter what it is, the symbolism is everywhere. If you look at the houses here, and you go round, look, all the houses, look, it's 2, 4, 6 each window, yeah. And then you get 7 across, which is for the G, 7th letter of the alphabet G. I do all of that. I decode that everything. It's all around everywhere. And it don't matter where you go, where you walk, it's everywhere. You know what I mean? Even even the new builds, and you compare it to the old builds, they're all the same. All the symbolic symbolism is in there. And once you learn it,
It's all in plain sight.
yeah. Except their Masonic aprons when they're in power, that's hidden. That's the only thing hidden from everyone, and no one knows about it. You go, do you know anything about Freemasonry? You go, what are you on about? They don't even know what the symbol looks like. Do you know what I mean? But it represents everything. You know, it's in your. I show it in my TV. You know, my name's on there. Go to my Facebook. You know, I show it where it's coming constantly at you at the TV. You know what I mean? Because that gives you a subliminal message that it's a feel-good factor. Do you know what I mean? You see it in like Xbox games, you know, where they're building it into all the frames and that, you know, because you feel good, you know, and you see that symbolism, you think that's good. That isn't. You know, Jimmy Savile was a Freemason. Do you know what I mean? That's why it was shushed up for over 60 years. You know, he had the police in his pocket, the Royals, the Royals have got a Masonic lodge in Buckingham Palace. You know what I mean? There's 3 in Westminster. Just do the research and you see it go back centuries and decades. These people have been controlling our towns and cities, you know what I mean, controlling our schools, the education system. You look at that, you know what I mean, children are born with IQs of like 150, 60. By the time they get to 16, 17, their IQ is like 30. Do you know what I mean? Something stupid because of the education, because they don't want smart people that can think and think, shit, you're using me as a slave. Do you know what I mean? And that's what they do. No one get rich working in Tesco's or Asda or Sainsbury's or in a chicken factory. No one gets rich, but they give you the illusion that you do. And it isn't a case of what job you do. It's not what you know, it's who you know with the funny handshake that's going to give you that big pay job. You know what I mean? And if you ain't part of that community, what lives amongst us with their hidden aprons, you ain't getting no decent job. Do you know what I mean? You ain't even getting a decent, you know, I know people that jump the queue to get a house, yeah, because of people they know within the council. So this is, you know what I mean, it's all bollocks, you know what I mean? Because I know, for, you know, and I've got it all on tape and record, you know, I just talk to people in general that speak to me, and I talk to him, and he's going, yeah, I spoke, you know, and that was it. He got a house within a month. Do you know what I mean? But there's other people you can't get nothing for love of money. Do you know what I mean? This is all. I went to a council meeting again, and I was speaking, and the people there going, my neighbour, he's got a pile of rubbish there and all that. Oh, we'll come round and deal with that. But not the real issues of what's going on in the neighbourhood, because again, you only got a minute people going in there, say 12 people complaining, and that's it from the neighbourhood, where it should be the whole fucking neighbourhood should be in there complaining about what's going on. Do you know what I mean? But they use that isolation where you'll rather go and watch your EastEnders. Do you know what I mean? And they got you so busy in your jobs anyway, you can't even think. Do you know what I mean? A man can't even think because he's too busy working his job Do you know what I mean? He does his 12-hour shifts or his 9 till 5 or whatever. By the time he's got home, he ain't got time to think about who's controlling and doing that. And he doesn't even know they're enslaved, half the people. It's crazy.
The whole world's enslaved, let's face it, in some
Yeah, that's
form or
true.
fashion, so
That is true.
it's just what fashion.
But it's the people behind it though, isn't it? That's what you got to eradicate. You know what I mean? People don't know about it. You know, like you youngsters, you know, you go to a nightclub, right? This is how crazy this world is. And the council know it. They nearly issued them fucking licenses, right? People who have bought the nightclubs, yeah, and own the nightclubs and the doors and the security firms, right? They're all corrupt criminals because they want to sell you drugs, right? But they wanted to give the doorman a licence to citizens arrest fucking people. So you imagine that? Do you see what I'm saying? You look at what the Krays did. The Kray, when he was arrested, was in bed with a 14-year-old boy. Then look at, you know, Brian Harvey, who sings for East 17. Look at the Red Rooms, yeah? He was in the Red Rooms with all the little boys and the girls. That's another nightclub in London, do you know what I mean? And they ship them through tunnels, you know, and things like that. They're controlling it all these corrupt criminals, the drugs and everything. You know, if you've got children coming up, I don't care if they're 1 year old or upwards, by the time they're 14, 15, 16, these same people are going to be dealing drugs to your kids. And you can laugh about it, mate, but I'm serious. Your kid will be a bank account or be blowing cock or whatever just for a bag of smack or a thingy. Oh, you can sit there, and I'm serious. And that's the thing, you laugh about it, but that's a serious fucking factor. And that's the thing, people think today nothing ain't going to affect them, but in 10 years it can affect you very, very bigly, you know, depending on your child or your future children. That's what affects you. You know, at the moment they're enslaving us with this ULEZ or whatever the fuck, ULesbos, yeah, what is that called, ULesbos?
No idea.
You know, they're doing that to people now, you know, with the cameras and all that, you know, your speed limit and all your 5-minute cities and all this crap. You know what I mean? You imagine what it's going to be like in 40 years. Do you know what I mean? What they're doing to us all now. And if no one's aware of they're actually enslaved by these people, do you know what I mean? You think about it, what they could do to a Tesco worker, right? They work, say, 12 hours a day, right? They could give them 3 hours, employ 3 other people and give them all the same wage. They spend more time with their family, have more money in their pocket. They won't do that though, will they? Do you see what I'm saying? And they're earning billions and millions off people. That's just Tesco's and Asda. Look at Costa Coffee, and they're paying people peasant shit money. Do you know what I mean? But they won't put in people employment. You know what I mean? And you got people that are crazy that'll stand there in a shop for someone, day in, day out, 8 hours a day, and they're stuck in a tent this size. Do you know what I mean? You do 20 years in the shop, you imagine how much you stood in that little room. There's a lot of fucking, you know, dead entity, innit? But anyway, that's my story. And if you think you're free, try moving somewhere. Try building a house here. See what come along. You'll get a bunch of Freemasons that are police and go, you can't have your house here. You know what I mean? Crazy, man. Because I've still got the, like I said, back in the day when you had land, they used to go stab, chop your head off, kill your baby, and then we'll get our friends, our relatives, you can toil the land and we'll pay your taxes and all that. If you don't work for us, you're not getting anything. And that's still going on today. You know what I mean? Except they don't send in the knights now, they just send in the police. And if the police become on your side and go, yeah, they lose their pensions, and even then it doesn't matter because then they'll send in the army, which are all like Knights Templars, and they're all being groomed into the system. Do you see what I mean? They're just Romans, that's all they are. And it's nothing changed. People think it's changed. Nothing's changed. There's still Roman people, yeah, that belong to Rome, Greece and everything else. They just call it a different system and put on different uniforms. Do you know what I mean? They're just hiding their Masonic aprons. That's all they're doing. Anyway, check me out. I'll brain you even more. Have a great day, sugar puffs. Bloody council, I say we sack them all. Not you lot. If you lot are not Freemasons, I'd put you as all mayors, and if you're going to do something good, I'd promote you all. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about kick them freak masons out of there. Do you know what I mean? Bloody no good for nothing. They ain't done nothing in 500 years. They ain't going to do nothing in the next 20, are they? Bloody things. All right, see you later.